Welcome to another episode of Ozfish. Dave here. Let's get some. Man, I haven't posted a video in about 2.5 months. Tragically, I lost my GoPro, I lost my clamp, I lost a mic stand, I lost everything straight over the side of the boat while I was trolling in Lake Macquarie. I had the motor going ahead, rod in my hand, could not dive over the boat and save it, lost it in 35 foot of water. So I've been out playing gigs and I've just saved up some money and just bought a brand new GoPro Hero 8, the SD card and a new clamp. So my friend Brandon and I were out on a hardcore worming session tonight. It's a really low tide on our sneaky little worming spot, and we love to worm in the dark because nobody can see where you're worming. We've been out doing a little bit of fishing, waiting for the tide to drop. And there's no swell tonight. It's really low swell, really high tide on the full moon, so there wasn't much surf working on the beach. But yeah, we caught 2 bream, and we caught a couple of really small jewfish and a couple of stingrays and some Port Jackson shark. But really tonight it's all about going out and see if we can catch some worms on the beach in the dark. And Brandon was out a few nights ago and he's telling me that there were plenty of worms around on the really low tide and some really big dog worms. So tonight our mission is to see if we can catch some big dogs. Really big worms are kind of hard to catch on the beach. You know, when you get a hold of them, they are really strong. And so anyway, we'll see how we go. So the technique that I use on the beach when I'm worming on the beach, I like to use pliers. I try it with my fingers, but I didn't have any success. But when I began to use the pliers, I immediately began to sort of catch worms. So yeah, I just basically use my stinky bag, and I just have it attached to a belt around my waist, and so it's always there. I can just swish it, I can just drop it, the waves don't wash it away. It's really good. And I just use the stocking method. So what I do is I have a half a pilchard in a end of a stocking leg, which is wrapped around my wrist. So basically what I do is, yeah, I'll just get the worm up, and yeah, I'll just feed the bait gently down into his mouth. And what I'll try to do is I'll just try to gently ease his head just ever so gently forward, which exposes his head. And then what I do is basically, yeah, I just get the pliers straight underneath, snap him, and hold him really tight, and then I just drop the pilchard and I just straight away transition over to the back of the worm, and then I just work on the worm like that. So we're going to try a few techniques tonight. Normally what I do is I grab hold of the worm, because they're usually pretty big worms, and yeah, I'll just tough him out. I'll just hold onto him, give him a bit of a pull, see if he's going to come. If he doesn't come, I'll just hold onto him, and let him tire himself out. Just give him a little bit of gentle pressure, and yeah, sometimes you'll just feel them, they'll give, and you'll get the big worms like that. Brandon and I love skulking around in the dark. We love fishing in the dark. We love worming in the dark, and lately we've been fishing this little sneaky spot on our worming grounds, and it's quite flat, and you get little tiny holes and gutters. And what we've found overnight is that yeah, there's some really good solid bream in those gutters, and some winter whiting, and surprisingly at times quite a few juvenile jewfish. And the other night I got one, a 71 centimetre jew, which is the largest jew we've got there. So yeah, it's been really cool. It's a part of the beach that I haven't kind of fished before. So the tide's not till about 4 o'clock in the morning. So it's a little bit early yet. It's probably about like 1:45 in the morning. Well, that's a big dog worm. Yeah, it's a good sized worm. It's going to pull him a bit. Not going to try to bust him off. Going to wait him out a bit. Can feel him coming. There he goes. Nice. Yeah, so there's a worm there. We actually got that. It's not too bad a size worm, and he actually came pretty easy. Like, I just snapped him on the head pretty hard. Got my left hand down, straight tied my pliers there, and applied a little bit of pressure on him, and he gave up the ghost pretty quick, that big worm. But yeah, that's like a king worm like that. And what it is, that is primo bait on the beach for like for jewfish. They love that, you know, big brim, you know, like big whiting, you know, like all those species you're going to catch on the beach. But yeah, he's probably there's the bottom of my chin, and he's down, you know, so he's probably about, you know, I reckon, what do you reckon, like about a metre?
A little over a metre, maybe?
Yeah, a little over a metre, but yeah, nice one.
Nice.
The worms have, Brandon and I have actually just been searching up and down the beach. The other night Brandon got them in our spot south, and yeah, with just there's no worms there tonight, and yeah, we're just having a bit of a look here, and we just came across that one big worm. And when you come across them, generally, yeah, you can catch them on them big fellas. But anyway, see if we can get another one. Oh, wave hit me too. Not as big, but a little stumpy. Still a good bait, bud.
Yep.
Got lucky to get that worm, man. The water came in, I just snapped him, you know, as the water came in. But that worm was really keen, like he like rose to the bait like really, really good. And when they're like that, you know, when you get the hang of it, they're pretty easy to catch. So yeah, nice little stumpy.
I think there was another one behind me too that we'll check out afterwards. This one looked really big.
Yeah, I can see him. Let's just not scare him. Let's just wait. There's water coming. A lot of water coming. Sometimes you've got to be really patient, you know, like you see a big worm and the worm's tough. Just wait for your shot. It's a pretty good sized worm. You can feel he's trying to dig in pretty hard. Have to wait this worm out. Very strong worm. See what I'm going to do, I'm not going to pull him, I'm just going to wait so I can feel him coming just a millimetre by a millimetre. Flip that bag away. Okay, we got him out a bit and he's just relaxed and he's come. So take that. So what we got, he's that big, he's still in the sand. So yeah, another nice worm. That worm actually, yeah, he dug in pretty tough. But what I did was, yeah, I didn't panic on him, and I just held onto his head and grabbed him with that left hand, and I just waited him out for about, oh, maybe about 20 seconds. And after about 20 seconds, he'd given that much effort that, yeah, he just like, he started to pop, then a wave hit me, didn't panic, just hung on, and booyah. So there you go. And you can see, like, not a lot of worms around tonight, but you can see that that's a smaller one, but you can see that yeah, you will hit some good sized worms. So just see if we can just get another one. The worm is really tough tonight. I'm not sure whether it's because it's really super cold. There's a little bit of a westerly blow from the northwest tonight, about maybe 10 to 15 knots. They don't like the wind a lot, so not sure whether that's put them down, but if you do find a really big one, generally they're pretty keen. The bigger ones, surprisingly, are kind of easier to catch. They really present really well, and but what I'm really doing is I'm just holding that pilchard in the stocking, and I'm just, you know, like wafting it in front of them, and then I'm actually putting it into their mouth, and I'm just gently just pulling their head gently backwards, and then just like snapping them like really hard. So if anything, what worming is with the pliers, it's all about is one, it's timing. It's when to snap that worm behind the head. It's the speed of the snap with the pliers, and really the key is the speed of the left-hand transition, and hitting them like that. So once you got them with two hands, like that, once you got them with the pliers in one hand and the other hand on, yeah, if you're patient, you've got them, you've got them, you've got them. Anyway, let's see if we can get a big dog. That's beach worming in the dark. Where is he? See? No. Yeah, oh, he's a big dog. He's a big dog. It's there.
Oh, he's keen too. He's come right out.
So when I'm worming too, what I'm doing, I'm always looking over my right shoulder. I'm always watching the waves, just waiting for my shot. Right, so there's another worm there. Snapped the pliers on that one pretty quick. Waited for the waves, waited for my chance, but yeah, got him. All right, let's get another one.
It's a bit deeper water though. Did you see him?
Yeah, sorry. Fish there.
A little whiting drifting away.
See him, mate?
Yeah, he was a big one. Yeah, he's right there, right beneath you.
I can't see in the dark.
He's still there. Got him?
I'm just trying to manipulate my... Yeah, I got him. Oh, he's strong.
He's a big one.
Let's not rush this one. Water's hitting me. Let's just hang on to him. That's when you'll bust him off, when the water hits you. He's trying to bite me.
Nice.
Let's try and take the lamp. Yeah, so there's another worm. So yeah, Brandon and I are sort of going to continue on and to see if we can catch a few more worms. The tide's getting lower now, so the worms are coming on. But yeah, that's the basic sort of technique of how I use the pliers. I guess worming's just about perseverance and about practice. Brandon and I have been worming together, you know, for the last... Well, we started, you know, like about 6 months ago, and we're into it, and then we had a lot of floods and bad weather, so we just didn't worm for 3 or 4 months. But yeah, the last 2 to 3 weeks we've been getting back into it, and both Brandon and I have been catching some really good worms, and yeah, so you know, give the pliers a go. I do love to use the stocking with the half pilchard. The worms really seem to love the half pilchard, and yeah, it's really the clamping with the left hand that's really the key. But so hopefully, yeah, like you've seen enough on this video to get out and to give it a go. With practice, yeah, once you master, it's not that hard. And believe me, like you know, worms are extremely expensive to buy in the shop. Like you buy the king worms like this, you know, and they're $25 for about 5 worms. And we just come out and we just have fun. And yeah, on a good night, you know, we'll get our, you know, I might get 20, Brand will get 20, you know, so 40 worms between us. And I've done another video in relation to how I saltwater brine them.